Test 1 2 3. I think we're here. Hello. Good time of day, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night. We are starting off where we left off today. Yesterday. Yes. Yep, good morning. Thank you for being here. Okay. Let's do this. I moved the avatar's location. Oh wait, what happened to chat? What happened to chat? Let me fix that. Sorry. Give me a second. But I just changed the location. I didn't hide it. You could see it in the other screen, so you should be able to see it here as well. Yes, link is correct. Thank you. That's chat. Well, I'll remove it and add it back just in case. Remove. Yes. And then add. Chat. Okay. Why it's the placing is fine. It's not even like too out. This is weird. Okay. So you can see the... Oh, you can see the chat here as well. What did I do? I messed up. Hi, good morning. Apparently I messed up with the chat. No. Okay. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm gonna add chat back because I find that to be important. Let's call it chat 2.0, and then it's a link to this. Oh, there it is. Chat was not visible for me till now. Currently it's fine. I don't know, but I'm sure it was my fault. I think width should be far less than it is. Yes, perfect. But also maybe more. Let's see. We add it here, back. Yep, the idea was to be here as well. Maybe a bit more width. 50 more. What do we think? Oh, perfect. Yep. And that's how we do things. We fix things live. Don't know if it's a good idea or not, but we do it. I had the part where it looks like I'm writing something cut off. I could do that again. I think if you click this or this, which was it command? Nope. Was it option? Yeah, see? Because like, why do I need that? There. Good. Thank you. Hi, welcome. Apparently we're studying, not learning how streaming works, but if you guys are interested in learning how streaming works, let me know. I don't mind answering your questions. While I'm at it, I can make the avatar bigger because in a way that was the intention of moving the place. There. But I do look like I'm looking at a wrong side, so that is a bit... I could flip it. I just realized. Horizontal. Perfect. See, now it looks like I'm looking the other way. Smart. I'm so smart. Could you have a stream for teaching the streaming setup? I think it would not be easy to stream that, because then I would easier. Can you hear me? Testing. Hello. Hello. Yes. I think you should be able to hear me. Hello. Testing 1 2 3. I'm also interested to make YouTube videos, but I don't know where to start. Please tell me you can hear me. I think you should be able to hear me. Okay, so I don't think I can make a stream where I'm showing my streaming setup, but thank you. Answers, but I don't... okay. Give me 5 to fix it. Sorry. Oh no. Hi. Okay, now I'm back. Sorry for the issues, and thank you for your patience. Honestly, you don't have to be so nice, but I appreciate it that you are. Okay, so I tried answering your questions. I don't think you guys heard it, so I'm gonna go at it again. So it's not easy to stream information about my streaming setup, because then I would be showing you too much, and I don't like that. But I could definitely make a video about it, and I think I could do the how I'm using a character of YouTube style plus streaming setup as a video. I think that would be useful for a lot of people. And regarding where to start on YouTube, I feel you've definitely heard this advice like a bajillion times, where they say just start. I don't know. For me, it was mostly the pandemic and free time, which apparently is getting less and less these days. But like regarding the videos that I was making with hashcode, it was something that I had to put out. Like, I didn't see my style of video with hashcode. You know, they say find your niche. I felt like that was my niche. So if you have found something that, even if it's there, it's not like it's not there, but even if other people are making videos about it but your style is different, then go ahead. I don't know. I haven't been making videos for 2 years, so I can't really give you advice. I don't know, I suppose my streaming related advice is more relevant. Okay, we're here. Let me know if you guys have other questions. I'll do my best to answer you. I'm not gonna start with this. I'm gonna do a test. This is cruel. Yes, I can see it on the screen, so it should be there. I'm gonna do the learning thing. For now, the drop rate is fair. If it reaches 90, then it's horrible, but for now it's like 60 something, so it should be not as horrible, hopefully. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. Okay, let's start for real. We are doing Introduction to Machine Learning for Coders from fast.ai. This is our 10th stream apparently. Wow. We have finished lesson 1, 2, 3, and we're currently in the middle of lesson 4. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me or see me, and tell me how bad the the stream is, because currently it's connected to the not good Wi-Fi. Okay. We left off right here, almost in the middle, and my goal was to maybe finish this today, but it seems not possible because I think I have like it's fixed now, I hope. Not really. I got disconnected and now I'm connected to the bad internet, but at least the drop frame rate is under 60 right now, so that's giving me some form of hope. Yep. So my plan was to stream for an hour. Thank you, Clovers, for good luck. It's already been half an hour of me trying to fix issues, so that's not great. So yes, let's see how it goes. I think I only have half an hour of time because there were some other things that I needed to do. So let's see how far we can go. Starting the video from Jeremy Howard, and I will go back just a bit.
All right. So we kind of have already seen how variables, which are basically measuring the same thing, can kind of confuse our variable importance. And they can also make our random forest slightly less good because it...
So what we did, I just remembered, thank God. What we did last time was we did the one hot encoding, which changed the feature importance order. So that was cool.
Requires like more computation to do the same thing. There's more columns to check. So I got to do some more work to try and remove redundant features. And the way I do that is to do something called a dendrogram.
What is
And
that?
it's a kind of hierarchical clustering. So cluster analysis is something where you're trying to look at objects. They can be either rows in a data set or columns, and find which ones are similar to each other. So often you'll see
Like a, sorry, like correlation? This is really cool.
people particularly talking about cluster analysis. They normally refer to rows of data, and they'll say like, oh, let's plot it, right? And like, oh, there's a cluster and there's a cluster, right? A common type of cluster analysis, time permitting, we may get around to talking about this in some detail, is called k-means, which is basically where you assume that you don't have any labels at all, and you take basically
Distance?
a couple of data points at random, and you gradually find the ones that are near to it and move them closer and closer to centroids, and you
How are we calculating that?
kind of repeat it again and again.
Mean?
And it's an iterative approach that you basically tell it how many clusters you want, and it'll tell you where it thinks the clusters are. A really, I don't know why, but a really underused technique, 20, 30 years ago, it was much more popular than it is today, is hierarchical clustering. Hierarchical.
I like the word hierarchical. Not really, it looks similar. It looks for similar instances and group them together. Keep repeating until having only one group. Always grouping the closest instance groups. So I understand, like vector space, but is that what we're using? Like, where are we? What space are we in that we're checking for similarities? I mean, it's cool that if there isn't an answer, but like, yeah. I was about to say I like the word hierarchical. It's a funny word, that word.
Also known as agglomerative clustering.
What?
And in hierarchical or agglomerative clustering, we basically look at every pair of every pair of objects, and say, okay, which two objects are the closest, right? So in this,
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What function are we using? Distance function. Like, I can understand like word2vec in a way. Like, I can understand it high enough level without too much detail. Good morning. Hi, Danny. It's been a while. Welcome back. But then, how was my week? Very interesting question. How was my week? Wow. Let me think about it. I streamed every day, so that was fun. I learned a bunch of things. Okay. I'd say it was a busy week because I had some work-related things that were like outside of the office, which doesn't really happen. And I will have that again this week. Yeah, so that was fun. Word embeddings are excellent example. Yeah. So yeah, word2vec style, I understand the distance has to do with plotting it on a map, not map, but like plotting it in vector space and checking for the distance. Cool. How was your week? Let me know. Like, actually, or how was your weekend? Because I had a nice weekend, restful. I watched a horror movie yesterday. So distances, yes.
case, we might go, okay, those two objects are the closest, and so we kind of like delete them and replace it with the midpoint of the two. And then, okay, here are the next two closest, we delete them and replace them with the midpoint of the two. And you keep doing that.
Oh, you're back in Qatar. Okay, it's been like a few weeks you've graduated, right? Okay. Just driving all the time. Morning drives or evening drives. I'm glad you're having fun.
Again and again, right? Since we're kind of removing points and replacing them with their averages, you're gradually reducing the number of points.
Averages. We're doing something to do with averages. Okay.
Points by pairwise combining. And the cool thing is you can plot that like so, right? So if rather than looking at points, you look at variables, we can say, okay, which two variables are the most similar? And it says, okay, sale year and sale elapsed are very similar. Mm-hmm. So the kind of horizontal axis here is how similar are the 2 points that are being compared, right? So if they're closer to the right, it means they're very similar. So sale year and sale elapsed have been combined, and they were very similar.
Oh, can you see that? Like this line thing here, it's just here. Like these are just connected, but like some of them are starting from here. This is cool.
Again, it's like, who cares? It'll be like a correlation coefficient or something like that.
I think there was a question about saying what function we're using, and his answer is who cares. I love it. I mean, you can care later, but for now you want to see the results as just starting off in an introduction class. So you'd expect that, saying just go with it, understand it high enough level, and then if you want to go in detail, do that on your own time, which I never do. So, and that's how you know. That's how I know I'm not confident in my abilities, because I don't go to detail and then I become not confident. And it's weird. I don't want to compare myself to anyone, but I'm listening to the Oppenheimer book, and he is like the kind of person who's more of a breadth guy instead of a depth guy. So he didn't have a lot of trust in his abilities to go deep into things. Speaking about your week and weekend, during Thursday and Friday I joined a hackathon. No way! Competed against 20-ish other teams over 5 places to move to the final, and we made it. Mashallah, that's amazing. Without giving too much example, can you let me know, like was it like hashcode style or 2 a.m. driving by Friday? You did the morning drive. Thank you. I'm proud of you. Okay. But like, be careful with stray dogs. The first phase was based on voting. Each team votes for other 3. And now it's up to the jury to choose 3 teams among these 5. So does that mean it's one competition? No, you said final phase, so there should be another competition. No? I have a question. When I apply for work, do you think it's more important to have an MBA degree from a top, let's say 1,000 university, or a degree from a university that's in the US/UK? I honestly wouldn't know. I think it's not nice of me to say, but recognizability matters in a way. The name of the school. But there is like the rule of the school being top something. There's that rule for some schools, but I wouldn't know. I haven't. Oh, what's happening? Oh, sorry. I haven't been in the place where I accept people selection. Oh, there's something wrong with my camera. Yeah, so I can't really give you an answer. I think if you know anyone from the place of work, if you ask them, maybe that would be more useful than my answer. In short, 20-ish teams to 5 to 3. So there are, I know the voting made the top 5, but the top 3, tell me, is it based on another round of voting from the jury, or is it another hackathon style thing? Because that would be not easy. Okay, got it. Do you think your master's degree helped you with landing a job? I think so. I think a high level when HR chooses you, they do choose people with I mean, I don't know, but I think so, because there are two styles of choosing the person. First round is passing HR and passing admin style people, and then when you get to the technical people, then there's another round of shortlisting, narrowing it down. And yeah, I do think my master's may have helped. I don't know, honestly, though. And it helped in a way of me getting my salary like a tiny bit higher than a person with not without a master's degree. I mean, that was in the rules. I'll play the video, but if you guys have questions, let me know.
In this particular case, what I actually did, so you get to tell it. So in this case,
Shoot. You think it's silly for me to apply to a job when I have no idea what the... No, absolutely not. It's not silly. Data structure, database / algorithms are... you can get answers to those questions in so many places. You can get like answers to the interviews they may give you. So you're a fresh graduate, and I think I told you that, but people don't expect you to know everything. And apply, honestly. Don't close the door on yourself. Let people close the door on you, okay? The jury have a few people who will take a look at these 5 projects. Okay. Oh, now I get it. Hackathon, not a competition. But, yeah. Was co-organized and co-hosted by the company I'm working for currently and the bigger company group that it acquired recently. You're smart, dude. Good job. I hope your project gets picked. Interesting. In your case, we have technical rounds first, and only the qualified people get to the HR round. But like the HR round is called, like, sometimes it's called desk rejecting. Sometimes, there's apparently even, I don't know if ours have it or not, but there's even some of them are no problem. Some of them are software that checks your CV, and if you are not using the keywords that they were using in the job advertisement, it might not get picked up no matter how good you are, because a human is not looking at it. So, or maybe that a human is looking at it who has zero information and is checking to against the job description that was provided to them. Yeah, it's a cruel world out there, that's for sure. The job market is not nice, but I do hope you guys get the type of jobs, or whether it's a job, whether it's continuation of studying, I hope you get it. Landed a job as a data analyst 1 month back, and they only had 2 technical rounds. And by technical rounds, do you mean like interview style? Because my job had a exam round and an interview round, so maybe we were close in style, but maybe not. Thank you. No problem. Sorry, my answers are very me style, but I hope you can find your way. It's not easy, but I hope you do. Okay, I'll go back to the video, but I really don't mind answering your questions, because I know I don't have much time today, so maybe I won't go too much into the learning, but yeah. Checking distance. This is what he's using. What's HC? Distance, square form. Yep, technical interviews regarding the theories and mathematics behind. Really? Wow. Proud of you, kid. Honestly, good job. Like, I definitely wouldn't have passed that. Good job. Well done.
Case I actually used Spearman's R. So
Some standard interview puzzles and CV analysis. By CV analysis, you mean like a software doing that, right? But the interview puzzles, okay. But is it with the technical interview? Because you said 2 rounds of technical interviews. Oh, I'm glad you got the job.
You guys familiar with correlation coefficients already? Correlation. So correlation is almost exactly the same as the R squared, right?
Is it?
But it's between 2 variables rather than a variable and its prediction. The problem
Okay.
with
Oh, by the way, he's using OBS, so am I. I'm also using OBS. R squared is the difference between target and prediction. So, and it's just like minus this number minus this one, something like that. Maybe squared somewhere. I don't know.
a normal correlation is that if the... I'll create a new workbook here. If you have data that looks like this, then you can...
So they're asking you questions about the CV, detailed technical discussion of projects and internships in my CV. Yeah, that would be like the human interview. Also, yes, both rounds had puzzles as well as theoretical questions. I had 1 round of that, and it was mostly solving things, like actually solving, writing an SQL query, something like that, solving the problem they give you. I think yours seems the questions might have been more general, because like puzzles and theoretical questions, like asking me to define something, God no. And I'm guessing you guys didn't have access to the internet, because I did, and I feel like it should be given. In this world, everybody has access to the internet, and it's weird for them for thinking that we should be able to answer their questions without that. Maybe I'm being too, I don't know, like maybe my worldview is different or wrong. Yes, I did. Not like a human interview, a technical interview of me, technical exam actually. You could like get the check Stack Overflow for something. They're pretty nice. I can give them that. I think yours weren't as nice. Sorry about that. Not that I couldn't do anything about it, but I'm really glad that you landed the job. Proud of you. And like you guys are actually doing cool things.
do a correlation and you'll get a good result, right? But if you've got data which looks like this, right, and you try and do a correlation, it assumes linearity. That's not very good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a thing called a rank correlation. A really simple idea. It's replace every point by its rank, right? So instead of like, so we basically say,
Rank to what?
okay, this is the smallest, so we'll call that 1, 2, there's the next one, 3, here's the next one, 4, 5, right? So you just replace every number by its rank, right? And then you do the same for the y-axis. So we'll call that 1, 2, 3, and so forth, right?
That would be like a point in the matrix. 1, 1, 2, 1.
And so then you do like a new plot where you don't plot the data, but you plot the rank of the data. And if you think about it, the rank of this data set is going to look an exact line, because every time something was greater on the x-axis, it was also greater on the y-axis. So if we do a correlation on the rank, that's...
For me, theory questions were like mass of gradient descent. I don't know what that is. Newton? Rapson? I have no idea what that is. Q-learning, reinforcement learning, classification models, and particularly of different forms of accuracy calculation. Accuracy. Yeah, I know these ones are precision recall F1 score. Okay, I see. Did you get your degree in computer science or AI? Because like, if someone graduated from computer science and like took one AI course, that's me. I learned some of those things on my own, not in school. Either school is pretty good, and I'm happy for that, or you are a person who is trying to learn more, and for that you should be proud of yourself. Oh yeah, sorry, you told me that. But then that means you didn't study these things. Maybe, I don't know, maybe your school is different. No CS topics and exactly 0 AI courses. Wow, you're amazing. Let's give him a round of applause. Good job. This is my applause. I started researching AI in my first year. Yeah, so you are the person who was the like forward thinking / just going to do what you want. So all knowledge is from practical experiments. Amazing. I'm guessing you joined like a teacher experiment. Can we do the React thing? Is there a clap in the React thing? There's a party popper. Okay. Good job. So yeah, sometimes you have to like carve out the path for yourself. I work for a professor at JU, and I'm not sure what JU is. Is that IICS Bangalore for projects and interns. Good job. Depending on the university, chances aren't everywhere, but if it's there, like, and if you have the time and energy to do it, then absolutely go for it. So good job. The most Oh, good. Whoa, that's amazing. Okay. So that was the first door that you opened for yourself, and then the other doors weren't. So, but no, don't think that it wasn't you. It was definitely you doing it. If it was someone else, like, I'm sure you had a lot of classmates, and not all of them did the internship start and like starting research with professors. So good job, well done. So basically the things that we are learning here are either a review for you or not so hard. I'm glad.
Called a rank correlation. Okay. So because I want to find the columns that are similar in a way that the random forest.
First time I applied to IC, end of second year, I had no experience in reinforcement learning, but I experienced my keen interest in learning. Yes, that some teachers see it, some don't, and those who see it give you a chance, and I'm so glad your professor saw it, because just being excited to learn is a good thing. and was accepted by a very reputable professor that's amazing in the field. That's why I call it luck. I mean, luck has I am not saying luck doesn't have anything to do with it. It does. But also, they say opportunity is preparedness plus luck. You, and even your enthusiasm, that was a part of it. Without that, the professor wouldn't have accepted you. So, well done. Let me see if I can give you a party popper. Yay! I did. Whee! There. Yay! Applications are open now? Is it for this year or for next year? The same, but believe me, the same approach is not working. You mean for the US? Yeah. I don't know, actually. I don't have experience in applying to universities in the US. I only applied to Georgia Tech's OMSCS a few years back, and they accepted me, but I couldn't do the courses, so I went to a local university. I mean, I could, but the local university was easier for me. For next fall. Okay, so you're starting from now. That's great. So I want to give you some advice while we're talking about this. Have you, I'm sure you have, but still, it's a reminder. Have you looked at the profiles of all the, I mean, I'm guessing you're not applying to one university, maybe multiple. Look at the profile of, if you can, all the professors in the universities you're interested in. Look at some of their top research, and if they are, your style you're interested in, write to at least 2-3 from university. Email them. I don't know when you should email them, but honestly, the sooner the better, because they may not answer you. Expect not to get answered, but if they do, then that is a good thing. Even sometimes in the email you say, I'm interested in that type of research. If it's not yours, according to your research, I thought it is similar, but if it's not, who should I contact in this university? Asking these questions via email, I absolutely think you should. They want publications, of which I have none. Tentatively, my first one is good job. Okay, so now it's not none yet. An incredible mathematics capability, unrealistic. I don't know what IMO is, but okay. Well, I think for the math thing, you can do it. I maybe study for their thing. I don't know. I've been emailing many people across the US. Good job. Currently, I have one offer kind of confirmed. That's amazing. So you have contacted professors, and they have shown interest in accepting you. Purdue, I feel like that's a really I've heard that, so it should be prestigious. What? Why? Are all their students a part of IMO? The tip is my feel like I've seen stuff like that in movies, not in real life. I have not. I mean, I have done mathematics competitions, but not Olympiad level. Just local schools in high school or in middle school. Okay. I guess having these things does put your CV higher, but no, it's actually interesting. You're not disturbing me. I did say I am more than willing to answer questions, since this morning my internet is bad, and the fact that you guys are enduring that, being patient enough with me for that. Those who have nothing to do with IMO apply. Aha. So like IMO is almost like having publications. I mean, you'll have the publication, inshallah. But dude, you finished bachelor's, you're applying for was I cut off? Sorry, I don't know. I'm saying you're a bachelor's, you're applying to a PhD. You're not a master's person, so it's really cruel of them to expect publications from internet bad. Is it? It's cruel to expect publications from a bachelor student, even though you'll. Am I still here? One day I'll be asking, am I alive? Beyond tough competition in MLDL, especially RL. I don't have as much information with reinforcement learning, but like I have some tiny information on like, you know, LLM related ML. And yes, the competition is there. It's definitely there. Are you guys getting anything I'm saying? Am I still alive, or am I should be alive? Okay, I think I'm alive enough. But if you are not hearing my answers, I'm sorry. But I do hope that I'm glad that you have rather confirmed one, and I hope you get you know, more choices, because that's fun. And you have been really proactive with all of the reaching out to professors, which is something I highly encourage anyone who wants to apply to, you know, graduate. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, one day I'll be asking, am I alive? Because internet not good, and you guys really nice, so thank you for that. I'll go back to this, but I don't mind if you guys ask me questions. I might leave in like 10, okay?
Would find them similar. Random forests don't care about linearity, they just care about ordering, so a rank correlation is the right way to think about that. So Spearman's R is the name of the most common rank correlation, but you can literally replace the data with its rank and chuck it at the regular correlation, and you'll get basically the same answer. The only difference is in how ties are handled. It's a pretty minor issue.
Like if you had like a full parabola in that rank correlation, you will not rely.
Right. It has to be monotonic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so based on the data, the internet really bad. Sorry. Based on the data, the ranking will be different. Parabola. Is it the one where it's like both sides go up?
Yeah. Okay. So once I've got a correlation matrix, there's basically a couple of standard steps you do to turn that into a dendrogram, which I have to look up on Stack Overflow each time I do it.
See, I'm not the only one who checks Stack Overflow, and now we can even put ChatGPT in the thing each time. Like you go back to something that you don't use often.
Basically turn it into a distance matrix, and then you create something that tells you, you know, which things are connected to which other things hierarchically. So this kind of, these two and this step here are like just 3 standard steps that you always have to do to create a dendrogram.
I like the word dendrogram as well.
And so then you can plot it. And so, all right, so sale year and sale elapsed seem to be measuring basically the same thing, at least in terms of rank, which is not surprising, because sale elapsed is the number of days since the first day in my data set. So obviously these two are nearly entirely correlated with some ties. Browser tracks and hydraulics flow and coupler system all seem to be measuring the same thing. And this is
quite interesting. But I also see the stick length and track type. That's also quite interesting, isn't it?
interesting because remember, coupler system, it said, was super important, right? And so this rather supports our hypothesis that it's nothing to do with whether it's a coupler system, but whether it's whatever kind of vehicle it is that has these kind of features.
Okay, coupler system was important in the feature importance part.
Product group and product group's desk seem to be measuring the same thing. FI base model and FI model desk seem to be measuring the same thing.
Okay.
And so once we get past that, everything else, like suddenly the things are further away. So I'm probably going to not worry about those. So we're going to look into these 1, 2.
So after feature importance, we're looking at the correlation between, because like we did say, feature importance doesn't tell you how the features are related, but that's what we're looking at now.
3, 4 groups that are very similar. Could you pass that over there?
Is it implied in that graph that the similarity between stick length and enclosure is higher than with stick length and anything that's higher?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's a little hard to interpret, but given that stick length and enclosure don't join up until way over here, it would strongly suggest that they're a long way away from each other. Otherwise, you would expect them to have joined up earlier. I mean, it's possible to construct like a synthetic data set where you kind of end up joining things that were close to each other through different paths. So you've got to be a bit careful, but I think it's fair to probably assume that stick length or enclosure are probably very different.
So they are very different, but would they be more similar than, for example, stick length and sale day of year?
Sale day of
Yes.
Which is
year.
at the very top.
No, there's nothing to suggest that here, because like the key point is to notice where they sit in this tree, right? And they sit in totally different halves of the tree.
Okay, thank you.
But really, to actually know that, the best way would be to actually look at the Spearman R correlation matrix.
So this is what we're doing. The question is like something in this branch, not leaf. How different is it from a different branch? Can we know that? And he's like, not really, but you can find out.
Right? If you just want to know how similar is this thing to this thing, the Spearman R correlation matrix tells you that. Can you pass that over there?
So to this we are passing the data frame, right?
Say again?
We are passing the data frame, or are we passing the model to it?
This is just a data frame. So we're passing in df keep. So that's the data frame containing the, whatever it was, 30 or so features that our random forest thought was interesting.
Hello. We're back. I'm back. Okay. Yes. I tried fixing the internet issue, and maybe I did. And maybe I'm gone. I should be here. Okay. Yeah. So he said we'll take the groups.
Thought was interesting. Frame contain. This is just a data.
Lost you for a bit. You're back now. I did that on purpose because I just wanted you guys to have a normal looking at the video that we're looking at. Okay.
And if you just want to know how over there.
So to this we are passing the data frame, right?
Are we
Say again?
passing the data
we are
frame?
passing the data frame, or are we passing the model to it?
This is just a data frame. So we're passing in df keep. So that's the data frame contain.
The part where we are keeping the columns with some number of feature importance.
Containing the, whatever it was, 30 or so features that our random forest thought was interesting.
It was 25 actually.
So there's no random forest being used here. The measure, the distance measure is being done entirely on rank correlation. So what I then do is I take these groups, right, And I create a little function that I call get out of band score, right? Which is, it does a random forest
The OOB score.
for some data frame. I make sure that I've taken that data frame and split it into a training and validation set, and then I call fit and return the OOB score, right? So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try removing each one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so variables one at a time and see which ones I can remove and it doesn't make the OOB score get worse.
That's cool. We're removing the ones that are too correlated because it's just adding to our data. And if it doesn't make it worse, then we'll have less data and better time.
And each time I run this, I get slightly different results. So actually, it looks like last time I had 7 things, not 8 things. So you can see.
Really? Based on the split data?
I just do a loop through each of the things that I'm thinking, like maybe I could get rid of this because it's redundant. And I print out the column name and the OOB score of a model that is trained after dropping that one column. Okay, so the OOB score on my whole data frame is 0.89. And then after dropping each one of these things...
Only that one didn't make it worse. Everything made it worse.
Basically, none of them get much worse. Sale elapsed is getting quite a bit worse than sale year. But like, it looks like pretty much everything else I can drop with like only like a third decimal place problem.
Difference?
So obviously, though, you've got to remember the dendrogram, like let's take FI model desk and FI base model, right? They're very similar to each other, right? So what this says isn't that I can get rid of both of them, right? I can get rid of one of them because they're basically measuring the same thing, okay? So then I try it. I say, okay, let's try getting rid of one from each group. Sale year, FI base model, and Grouser tracks. Okay, and like let's now have a look. It's like, okay, I've gone from 0.890 to 0.888. It's like, again, so close as to be meaningless. So that sounds good. Simpler is better.
So he's actually willing to drop them even if it's making it worse? Yes, it's third decimal point, but still.
So I'm now going to drop those columns from my data frame. And then I can try running the full...
I guess in a competition, they will look at how fast you ran, if it's tied with someone else's, how like same score, right? They should.
Full model again. And I can see, so reset RF samples means I'm using my whole data frame, my whole bootstrap sample, use 40 estimators, and I've got 0.907. Okay, so I've now got a model which is smaller and simpler, and I'm getting a good score for.
True. Wow.
So at this point, I've now got rid of as many columns as I feel I comfortably can, ones that either didn't have a good feature importance or were highly related to other variables and the model didn't get worse significantly when I removed them. So now I'm at the point where
Now we're at the point where we finish this. Okay. Thank you. I think we did like at least 15, 20-ish minutes of studying and more minutes of learning about each other and helping each other. So that is time well spent. So we'll be back same time tomorrow to learn about this, but also to maybe help each other. Here I am editing. There, done. Yeah, I still have a hard time understanding how there are like 4 or 5 people just joining me in this live, helping me understand things. And actually, I'm looking at it on my phone. Apparently, during this live, I gained 2 subscribers, which is really sweet. Thank you for caring about this tiny corner of the internet that I've made for myself. So I don't take it for granted that, you know, you guys are helping me understand things better, joining me. I honestly, I'm repeating it again, you don't have to join the streams if you don't have time. Like, if you're here to learn, hopefully you're learning with me, but don't come here because you feel like you have to. I am not guilt tripping you, I swear. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. I appreciate all the support, and I hope sometimes when you ask me questions, I hope my answers are, reasonable. Let me know if you need anything. Otherwise, I'll close out this already 1 hour and 18 minute stream. That's okay. Yeah. Thank you for your energy and enthusiasm. Thanks. I feel like I'm getting 50% of the energy from you. And then the enthusiasm, it's both of us together. I hope you are having an amazing start of your week. Good things to come, inshallah, for everyone, I hope, all of us. And see you next time, whenever that may be. So I will do the countdown to say goodbye, and if you need anything, let me know. I will end the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.